Hello, everybody. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. Heidi ho. Hope everybody's having a good Friday. I am having a good Friday. I know I'm a little bit, I got some kind of fancy clothes on. It's hot as all heckums outside. And I got this sweater on and everything, but it's always kind of cold in my house. But I got this sweater on and all this sort of fanciness on and the fanciness with my hair and everything because I had a job interview today. And I know I talked about a while back about, jobs and working and not working and all this stuff. And, and I just stopped doing my position at ITT Tech as an adjunct instructor a while back and stuff. And it was, it was sort of just kind of a shock because I really liked that job. Something I actually really adored doing and stuff. So I was just sort of like, okay, I don't get to do that anymore and stuff. And so I've been sort of wondering about and, getting moved and doing other stuff and, the pregnancy and the miscarriage and all that stuff. So there's been other stuff in the middle of doing all that. But the weird part is now I've come to find out, and I was thinking, well, am I bored? Am I not bored? Because remember I told you guys about my husband and I having a conversation. Am I bored? Am I not bored? And I said I wasn't bored. But then I thought, well, let me think about that. Am I bored? Am I really bored? And stuff. And the best part is I got to think about it for a few days, and stuff. And kind of really figure out, well, do I think I'd like to go back to work? And what I've decided is, yeah, I do. And yeah, now I know for a lot of people, who are stay-at-home moms are probably never bored because they got kids to look after. So they're probably always busy and stuff. But stay-at-home wives, depending on what type you are, it may get a tad dull and boring if you don't have projects or if you don't have anything to do and all that sort of stuff. And the one thing I can say about working, those, if I worked 1 day a week or 3 days a week or 4 days a week, whatever I did when I was an adjunct instructor, it was just some time to be away from home, keep my brain working and challenged and stuff, and then come on back home and be able to still do the stuff I needed to do. There weren't days that I couldn't do stuff that I needed to do. It wasn't, time wasn't a challenge, and all I needed was a part-time job. So I've decided to go back to work part-time and stuff because that's all I need. I don't need a full-time job. And this job isn't really to, make sure bills are paid and all this stuff. Everything in this house is taken care of, and stuff. There's nothing to worry about. And, there's extra money to do stuff. We want to do stuff. But it's always nice to have, an extra few bucks here or there, or for me to have an extra few bucks to do stuff on my own and all that stuff if I want to and everything. Because like I say, any money I make does not go into a household fund and stuff. Which is also nice and stuff. But I decided, yeah, I'd like to go back and figure out something part-time. Now, the best part about having options, though, and this not being some desperate thing that I have to do, is that I can wait for the type of part-time position I want, with the type of people I want, without a bunch of drama. I can wait exactly for what I want, and I can, just, decide if I don't want to take something, I don't have to take it, and stuff. That's the best part about having options is you're not in the position where you have to do stuff and stuff, so you end up taking something that you might not like or you might not want to do and stuff, so with the options I don't have to take anything, and this is just part-time. So, and there are actually quite a few part-time jobs out there, I think, because the economy is in a little bit of recovery, but I still don't think people are hiring a bunch of people for full-time, because there's the cost of benefits and all that stuff. But I don't need bennies. I got those. So bennies is not what I need. and everything. I just would like to have something I find a little challenging and can do a couple of days a week without any kind of strict time restrictions and stuff like that. Love the idea of that, and with somebody, with a place that I like and would like to go to and work at and stuff, like I did for the 3 years I worked as a adjunct instructor. So today I had an interview. Interview went really, really well. It's been a long time since I've interviewed, probably close to 3 years since I've interviewed. So it's been a while, but the interview went really well. So I'll hear back pretty soon. I like the person. I think it would be a really good job. So I'll let you all know. This does not mean I'll stop vlogging. I'll still be vlogging for you all and still talking to you all and everything. Probably maybe not as much as I do now, but I'll still be vlogging because I love vlogging and I love talking to you guys about different subjects and all sorts of stuff. So I'm psyched about the kind of new change, and all of a sudden when I figured out, okay, this is what I want to do, I got kind of excited about it, and stuff. I got actually really excited about it and everything. So, made a decision and kind of, just decided, yeah, he may be right. I may be bored and stuff, and it's not a bad thing and stuff. And if you're a stay-at-home wife and you got lots to do and you volunteer and join, I think that's great. I'm not a joiner, and and stuff, and I volunteered before, and to tell you the truth, volunteering is just like real work, so I might as well get a real job and get paid for it and stuff. All the demands sometimes they make with you when it comes to volunteering, really, so I just might as well get a real job and just get paid for it and stuff, so I'm going to do that, and in the meantime, everything else is going really great. It's hot outside. There's lots of beautiful sun and everything here. Like I say, it's going to be probably raining tomorrow, but there's lots of beautiful sun today. And I was just coming just to sort of talk to you about who this blog isn't for, who I'm not talking to. There's lots of people on this blog that I'm not talking to. I cannot cover every subject for everybody. And I know people sometimes ask me, would you do this? Would you do it? Well, no, I'm just going to do what I'm going to do, and stuff, because I can't cover everything for everybody. But there's just some people I'm not talking, I'm just not talking to on this blog and stuff. And you all know how strict I am about my comments. This is a safe place. This is a safe place for Black women. I'm not having people coming in here and downing folks and talking bad about, Black women and, stirring up a bunch of trouble and all that. There won't be none of that, and stuff. I'm not a person, everybody's like, oh, well, I should be free to have my opinion. That's fine. Just have your opinion somewhere else. I'm not saying nobody can't have the opinion. You just can't have your whatever crazy opinion you got. You can't have it here. Okay. And stuff. I don't care what you do anywhere else. Okay. I always say that, yeah, you can talk about me all you want to, but you need to do that on the other side of town, not here. Okay. And so there are lots of people that I'm not particularly talking to when I come on this blog. And this is kind of a list for people that I'm not talking to, so you don't get affected or offended or whatever, because really I'm not talking to you. Okay. So it's not, it's nothing for you to worry about and, get all verklempt about and stuff if I'm really not talking to you when I talk in this blog. I'm not talking to complainers. I don't like people that complain. I don't like complainers. They're kind of to me, a waste of space. Complaining and not doing anything about stuff is just sort of, I don't even know what that is. Okay. It's not useful. That's for sure. So I'm not talking to complainers. I'm not talking to victims, and I'm not saying that people can't have been a victim of something, but, and I'm not talking particularly like victims of crime and stuff like that. I'm not talking about that. So, for you that are easily offended, who I'm not talking to either, that's for you. But I'm not talking to victims. I'm not talking to people that want to play the victim all the time, and and just want to fall over every time something bad happens, and oh my God, so and so did something to me, and all this stuff. I'm not talking to those folks. I'm not talking to unhappy people. If you want to be happy, I'm talking to you. If you're unhappy and like being unhappy and want to stay unhappy, stay unhappy. Get away from here, okay? I'm not talking to unhappy people and people who are joy suckers, okay? And all that stuff. I'm not talking to folks like that. You're not on the list of people that I am talking to, okay? I'm not talking to delusional. Okay, if you have some kind of wild idea, pie in the sky, or some fantasy of what you think life is, or what you think our dating is, and all that stuff, yeah, I'm not talking to you. I'm a pragmatic, practical person. Delusional people, I'm not talking to. If you're delusional about who you are and what you are, I'm not talking to you. Okay. I'm not talking to folks like that. I'm not talking to people who want sort of the easy out and stuff. Everything takes work. Everything takes some work. There's some work. I can't give you a bunch of answers, that these pad answers that are going to solve all your problems. If that was it, I would have no problems, okay, and stuff. And so I can't give you these pad answers that are going to solve all your problems in the world, and it'll just be fantastic. Even in the midst of struggles and trials and bad times, you can still have peace. You can still have joy, and stuff. You can still be peaceful during those times. And, that's not the thing. I'm a person that, hey, things sometimes are not what I would hope that they would be and stuff, but that doesn't throw me into some sort of, tailwind that everything is going to go bad and we're all going to get sucked into a black hole. That's not going to happen either and stuff, So I'm not talking to the delusional. I'm not talking to the irrational. I'm not talking to the easily offended. And I've told the easily offended before, y'all can get some gone. I'm not talking to folks like that. Okay. People that are easily offended, this is just not the place for you. I'm not talking to people who are living a lie, or, like lying and stuff. I'm not talking to you. Okay. This is not the place, this is not the place for you. I'm not talking to people who are just dumb, and stuff. And I'm not talking about dumb as in uneducated. I mean, just dumb, like just dumb, you know, um, there's a lot of educated dumb people and stuff, and that are just dumb and like being dumb, and enjoy being dumb, and don't want to learn anything, and don't have a lick of common sense. And yeah, I'm not talking to you. Okay, there's got to be something here, and you got to be critically thinking about stuff to make a move in your life, to move ahead. You got to be critically thinking about what you're doing, what decisions you're making, what people you let into your life, and all that stuff. You have to be critical about thinking about that stuff. You just can't sort of be willy nilly and just let anything and everything kind of pass your way. And stuff. I'm not really, I'm not really talking, I'm not really talking to. I don't know, for all these people, maybe somebody's talking to you, and I hope you find them. I am not the person that is talking to you. I'm not the person that is, I'm not for you and stuff. And I've said that before. I'm not for everybody. That's not a big problem for me. I'm not going to lose much sleep about it at night and stuff. And stuff kind of happens in life. You make one decision, you make another decision, you come to one conclusion, you come to another conclusion. And I need people to be thinking. I'm not talking to people that don't want to change. They just want to be the same all the time. Just, that is just, I'm giving you I do not like people that don't want to change and stuff, which is really weird to say that, because me being a Taurus, you would think, no, I like change, and I like people changing, and I like people growing and stuff. People that think they're it right now, well, that's really delusional people, to tell you the truth. I can't deal with all of that. This is not a place for you. I have now had a blog since about, I'm thinking about 2009. So now it's been almost 5 years I've had a blog. I had Single Girl in a Weird World, and now I have Married Girl in a Weird World and stuff. So it's been a long time since I've had a blog, and I've changed. I've changed some of my attitudes. I've changed some things that I think. Change is a good thing. You can change. You can be different. I've said that before. You can change. You can be different, and you can grow. I don't even understand people who don't want to grow, who don't want to change. At this point, I am who I am, but 5 years from now, I like to have looked back and seen some changes and some real development and stuff. I don't want to. This place is not for bitter people. So if you're bitter, and bitter about your life, and bitter about your situation with love, and hopeless, not, yeah, bye. Whatever, bye. It's just, this isn't it. This isn't the spot for you, and stuff. I don't want to hear all that about, oh, love is terrible and all that stuff. Just, go get some therapy. Really, go get some therapy. I'm a person that believes in love, and I definitely believe in marriage. I'm not saying marriage is for everyone, but I definitely believe in marriage. I would never discourage you from getting married if that's what you want to do. I would never tell you something that I'm doing isn't right for you, because I call that hypocritical and stuff. And this definitely isn't a place for hypocrites and stuff. But I'm a person that believes in love, and I believe in marriage, and I think it's a good thing. I think it's a wonderful thing. I think people who want to be married should be married. I don't care if you're gay, straight, whatever, interracial, whatever. I think it's a good thing when you come into a really loving, healthy marriage. It's really enriching to your life, and stuff. So that's why I believe in it. Now, people do all kinds of stuff that's not healthy and that's not good and stuff. That's unfortunate. But for people who want to know about what it is to be a healthy person, have a healthy marriage, and have a good life, this is the place for you. This is not a place, and I'm not talking to people who have no boundaries. I am definitely a person that has boundaries. And as you may have seen on Moment to Moment, if you cross boundaries with me, there will be consequences. Okay, I'm not a person that lets people cross boundaries and be boundaryless. I'm not a person that puts up a brick wall, but there's definitely a fence. And if there's good coming in, I'll let it in. If there's bad, I will keep it out. Okay, I'm not going to sort of participate in anything evil without knowing actually what I'm participating in and stuff. And that's what I do. This is not a place for people who want to feel better than other people and stuff. I'm not special. I am just a person who made some right options and made some right choices. I made some bad choices too, but I've also learned from those bad choices that I made. I can help anybody, and would love to help people to figure out how to make better choices for their life. Because you make better choices, you have a better life. That's how that works. Okay. And stuff. So, but I'm not one with this thing trying to come here and prove to you that I'm better than you, and I'm, and all this stuff. Hey, I may have made some better choices than people. I probably have, and stuff. That does not mean you can't improve your life, because you can. That doesn't mean you're hopeless, because you're not. and stuff. So, all the stuff about me, trying to somehow make you feel bad about who you are so I can feel good about who I am, which, to tell you the truth, in that case, I really don't feel good about, I don't really truly don't feel good about who I am if my whole thing is to make you feel bad about who you are and stuff. My thing is to make sure everybody gets uplifted and empowered. If that's what you want, I will hopefully this blog will help you get there and stuff. So that's just kind of a list of who it is that I'm not talking to. I'm not talking about. This blog isn't for you. You need to go maybe somewhere else, and stuff, and maybe make your own blog. If that's, if that's how you feel and everything. I am a regular person who does regular stuff, who does good stuff and who does bad stuff, who has good times and who has bad times, who is sad, who is joyful, who is happy, who is angry. I'm just a regular person, and stuff. Living in a house with my husband, having a regular marriage and stuff, which sometimes, it's we gotta work and do some work, and but most of the time it's a joy to be married to him and stuff. And I just live a regular life and everything. And but the thing is, I love my regular life. I love my life, and I love myself and stuff. And I think everybody should have that. I'm not saying something like this is something just I should have. I think everybody should have that. And I want every black woman I know, whether you're married, not married, got kids, don't got kids, whatever you're doing, whether you got a college degree, don't got a college degree, whether you're living in the burbs or living in the urban areas, I want you to have the best possible life that you can have and be the authentic you that you need to be. Be who you are without thinking about everybody else and what they think about who you are and stuff. To be you, to be the very best you can be without comparing yourself to every other person that passes your way. We all got issues and we all got problems. And I'm trying to do stuff to improve myself, just like everybody else is trying to do stuff to improve themselves. So why don't we take this journey together? Okay, for those of you who are on board, please stay on board. I love this vlog. I love doing this vlog. I say that again. I love you guys. You're awesome. You keep me doing it and you keep me encouraged and stuff. So I can't be mad at that. We're going to talk about, as usual, I got other stuff that I want to talk about. And I still want to put up some pics from my Portland trip, but for some reason my husband won't download all the pics he's got and everything so I can go through it. So it may be a little time before I do that. But anyway, I just wanted to say that and, have a little moment, because sometimes I have a little rant session here and stuff. Maybe this is a little rant session and stuff, but have a little moment to say that. And, and then just thank you guys who do want to be here and who I am talking to for being here on Married Girl in a Weird World. So I'll talk to you guys later. You guys have a good weekend. I may see you in between. If not, you have a fabulous weekend and I will talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.